Do you need the replay codes, or do you have them?
I got it.
All right, so let's do. We'll do King's Row first here.
Now entering King's Row. Ready for battle.
Let me open up the party again. So King's Row, we are defending first. Excuse me. Cursed people fart. God, stop making that face. So on defense here, we start on. Oh wait, I'm doing a first-person view. This is just for you. Okay, I'm gonna pause it right when the doors open, real quick.
All right.
Okay, so I like to spot that you're. All right, actually, hold on. So team stuff, real quick. So we're rolling out with the hit scan, Hanzo. Actually, I'm sorry. So this is basically a grind comp, but we're doing it on defense. I mean, honestly, it's super greedy on defense, because if you're not getting the value out of the Zen, out of the damage orbs, and just the damage that Zen provides, they're just gonna run over you because you just don't have the healing or the anti-nades or something to discourage them. So it is greedy, but you know, we did practice a little bit. I prefer this comp on offense 100%, but it is okay on defense if we get the right value out of it. So real quick, we're setting up double shield here. So we got Orisa, Hanzo on the floor, and we got Ashe, Sigma here. To be honest, I mean, we can, like, where you guys are holding is fine. Since we're committing a shield to our hit scan right here, if you guys wanted to be over there where our Ashe is, I wouldn't be upset with that. Get some pre-fire on that window, especially like 5 orbs or something. So, all right. So, but we're gonna follow Ging here. We're gonna go 1 time speed. Are you ready?
Mhm.
Alright, so 3, 2, 1, play. So basically, we're looking for you to pocket or tank. You should be aiming at the choke right there. Like, Ethan's not going to take damage that you're going to need to be healing. So
I almost died to the Widow, but I.
Yeah,
dodge.
I'm not sure why you. I'm gonna pause it actually. I'm gonna pause it. No, I don't know why you used your heal. Like your L1.
Self heal, yeah.
Yeah, I mean you were literally 4 health, so that was completely unnecessary. And you were healing the tank, or you know, you're healing Ethan, the Orisa, and the Hanzo that were again full health. So kind of a waste of. I'd rather you rotate instead of just waste time just shooting a full health person.
Understood.
Like supports. This goes for everyone, but supports, it's the most glaringly obvious, especially Ana, actually. But actions per second, actions per minute. You guys have, you know, damage, healing, positioning, abilities. You know, or, like there's a whole bunch of stuff going on as a support. So, you know, balancing that. So optimize, basically what I'm trying to do is optimizing those actions so you're not adding extra stuff that's not needed. So in that case, rotating instead of just healing a full health person. So where you're at now is a lot better. We're hopefully keeping tabs on the Widow. So if not, though, you can keep going to the right if you want to as well. But this isn't a bad spot. Just gotta be careful with that Widow. So all that makes sense so far?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna hit play again in 3, 2, 1, go. So we're healing.
I tell you to back up because I missed a couple of shots to play safe.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Okay. That's fine. He grabs a health pack, that's fine. Okay, and our Sigma drops because he's an idiot. Alright, so you repositioned here. I actually don't hate this spot. I know I talk about high ground, but against a Widow, since you're not going to be the one really fighting that battle, it's a lot easier to stay safe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So this is all fine so far. If you want to, like, you had your how you had your boots pre-charged. Hold on. I'll talk about it in a
You
second.
can pause
So.
it.
No, we're good. It's not that important. So we're doing
I think
good.
I pop lamp here. Pretty soon.
Okay.
I should. There we go.
Yeah. So let's. Okay, so let's pause it real quick. Just so we can talk about something. So, what I was gonna say is, like how you had your boots charged up. If you want to be, because it's a small difference, but it's a little bit easier to hit, level shots when you're like standing up as opposed to like crouching for the boots. So even though you're charging the boots, if you want to go like, not necessarily jump, but like just kind of uncrouch and crouch like a little constantly, so it makes it a little bit easier for the shooting. But then of course you're adding your crouching and uncrouching more, so it's you're taking away one thing but you're adding another. Either way.
Understood.
Your lamp right there was fine. I don't know if we communicated. Maybe you did, and maybe me as Sigma didn't hear. But my shield was being wasted when we had lamp. It was technically kind of early. I don't think Ethan or I were critical, or anyone was critical. So, it wasted time, if anything else, for their echo to shoot it. But I mean, it wasn't really necessary. So we want to be careful with that. Is basically what I'm saying. So what we're looking for here from our side is that we have trans. We're in the process, I think, of putting down supercharger, or we just used it.
We just used it.
Okay, so we just used supercharger. So but we have trans, we have dragons, we'll have Bob, Lamp, and Sigma. So we'll have 5 volts except supercharger. And they're in the process of using nano. So we should win this fight. We just want to make sure we're not using all of them. So I guess we'll just see what happens from here. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so you jump up there. So good.
That was a big chance, I think.
Yeah, so... Okay, good. So you recognized... At least this is what I'm assuming is what I'm taking. You recognize that when you pop trans, you don't need to be healing during that, so... Unless there's someone explicitly not in the trans, so going up... and making sure you kill someone. Good jump there, but again, you're doing a lot of pre-healing that doesn't really make any sense for Baptiste,
All right.
So yeah, even if you look, like all of these times you're looking to shoot, or you're healing, be looking to shoot. We'll pause it real quick. Yeah, all of this time that you're pre-healing, that is. I mean, I can't tell you what the rate. I'm pretty sure your primary is faster than your healing. So, like all of this time that you're spending, like you're using one shot as your healing. You could have gotten 1.5 to 2 shots off with your primary, the actual damage. So, even if it's just something into a shield or anything like that, that's more valuable than just healing a full health target. So. Second thing, if you want to, this is kind of greedy, but when we flux, you can use your boots to boost up and be level with the enemy if you want to. It's kind of risky because then now you're on the level with them and they can shoot you a little bit easier too. So that one, be more cautious with it for sure. So do those two things make sense though?
Yeah.
The primary and the overhealing is the main thing. So, because that's where Baptiste gets. That's one of the better reasons, or why not Baptiste. That's why Zen Baptiste is good because it's just so much damage, especially if your Baptiste is putting in damage work. So, looks like right here we're popping lamp here. I actually like this lamp. Um, it's not technically needed, but it makes it a lot easier for us to push up and be aggressive.
I should as soon as I popped that lamp, should have went back to the high.
But I mean, we're pushing up though here. I want us to get these kills. It's a 6v4. We need to be able to follow up on these. So I like this lamp. And now, if you're saying you should go to the high ground of that statue, then that'd be dope. Unless you're talking about going backwards, then I don't
Yeah,
like that.
to where I dropped from.
No, 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 no. Like, we still want to clean these kills. Because
Alright.
because like your pop lamp is a 30-second cooldown, but you go get these kills, then it doesn't matter. We're gonna get the cooldown back in time for things to happen. So I'd want us to get these kills, and I'm pretty sure we do. But so this lamp, I'm okay with this lamp.
Where are you? I'm at 153.
Holy fuck!
Well-
How are you? I'm at 137.
Alright, I'll speed it up.
No wonder you. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay.
Alright. I'm here.
Okay, so this lamp is the one I was talking about. Ow!
Okay.
Like, yeah, so this lamp I actually do like, because, like I said, I want us to push up, I want to get these kills, take advantage, get, extra ult charge, it's delaying them, so. Alright, are you at normal one-time speed?
Yes.
Okay. And just because I talk doesn't mean we're going to pause it every time. Sometimes we'll just roll through things.
Alright.
So we're going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, good. Yeah, and especially if it's a cleanup fight, and then you hit your L1, you really have to be looking to heal all that much.
I think we call here for a window. As they're walking through. I should have popped it about, yep. But did they hide from it?
Wait.
They wait out, they're waiting out the window.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I can.
we gotta rewind it. My controller died.
Alright. I'm at 43 seconds.
Go. Let's meet at like, we'll say a minute.
Alright, I'm here.
Let's go to like a minute 10, I'm sorry.
Alrighty.
Okay. So just normal speed. 3, 2,
Okay.
1, go. So we're looking for a window. We kinda, yes. So let's hit. So we can pause right there real quick. A tad bit late. I would have liked it, just a smidge earlier. But it's not like egregiously late. But it's late enough that we're gonna kill this Ana and we're gonna have to push up and we're gonna, waste the window because of it. So, we're gonna hit play again in 3, 2, 1, go. So we don't get the Ana. Okay. So we get.
Yeah. Soldier becomes one as well. I don't know. Wow.
So we get the Reinhardt, and this was the big miscommunication, is that we didn't push our main tank pushed inside, but we didn't support him. We peeled back when let's pause it again.
I'm at 26 seconds.
Yeah. So when we get in that scenario, we have to make sure to either push into their team completely to forget about the soldier, we all peel back and make sure we kill a soldier, or we can push into them and leave like one person, or say one person, leave our Sigma to just shield off and stall the soldier out. But what we didn't, but what we did is our main tank pushed in. We it looked like three of us kind of peeled back, but then didn't peel back. So that's why we lost Ethan, and I'm pretty sure that's why we lose this point here. Just a miscommunication. On that. I think we should just help and push in on Ethan. But actually, no, I take that back. I think we hold and take care of the soldier. Because we also killed the Reinhardt. So it was Orisa, Moira, Ana, Echo, all up on the high ground. So we can kill the soldier there, and then kill the Reinhardt as he comes back. Even though they'll have the high ground positioning, I'm not necessarily worried about it because I just think we'd be fine, honestly. So, all right, but we're gonna. But you rotated. You also could have, instead of bunny hopping over towards this archway, you could have. Oh, could you go TC? When you jumped that first time, you could have gone to that high ground to the right and went around that way.
Alright.
Bunny hopping here. I mean, getting across here is okay. It looks like you're about to take the high ground again, so that should be good. So, we're going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, go. Yep, and you take the high ground. Okay. Alright, so we definitely want to clean up your healing shots. We got to make sure that we not wasting too many. Okay, so we lamp, and great. We're not healing at all, which is good, because we're in trans, and then we die right there. Ideally, no, that's fine. I was thinking like trans versus lamp. Using lamp first there is fine actually. We couldn't get any kills. We lost our Ashe, and it kind of snowballed off of there. But so far, we definitely need to clean up your healing. You're missing just too much of it. So.
Should I? Okay, that's just a matter of practice.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
The round is over, by the way.
The round?
For me.
What? Pause.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not being clear about when I'm pausing it. Okay. Can you go back to they cap first? They're on to second. What? There's a minute 55 left. What?
Alright. When I said there was 26 seconds left, I meant 26 seconds left of like the whole thing.
See, but I was there was literally 26 seconds left on my clock, but on the first point attack. I'm telling you, gang, I don't have this problem with anybody else I've done VOD reviews with.
Alright.
Alright, I will explicitly say I'm going to pause and I'm going to play. Okay.
Alright.
Alright, so I'm going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, play.
155. We're defending. Alright, let's go.
Alright, so that positioning you would... I think sticking with your Orisa there would have been better, yeah. And then Sigma carries. Let's be real, got the 3K. That should have been play of the week. Fuck that Anubis bullcrap. So. Alright, so that's... Like that right there, that second shot, you could tell that Lightning was already moving. Like he was already in a jump animation, but you still shot. Yeah, you still shot where he was coming from. So in that scenario with an Moria orb, I'm pausing. Press the pause button.
I did.
Okay. In that scenario, can you turn that down, babe, please? In that scenario, you let the you literally didn't turn it down at all.
I did.
One click, really? Hmm. In that scenario, let the Moira Orb come through, because since there's 4 of you up there, Moira Orb does what, 200 damage divided by 4 would be 50? That seems awfully high. That doesn't seem right. Moira Orb doesn't do 200, does it? Those numbers don't
No.
seem right. I think I got those numbers wrong. Basically what I'm
Alright.
saying though, is that instead of healing with your primary, you let the Moira Orb dissipate because there's 4 of you. It's not in danger of killing anyone, and you can use your L1 to just heal everybody up through the Moira Orb. Now, if there's extra damage coming through, then that's a different story. But if we're talking about just the Moira Orb right there, which I think is what I'm gonna say, you could just use your L1 to heal up everybody and save you. You know, you're gonna use your L1 to heal yourself. You heal yourself anyway, right? So you might as well just heal
Correct.
everybody with it. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to hit the play button now in 3, 2.
Can you tell me the timestamp really
I'm
quickly?
I'm at 104.
All right. I'll be there in literally 10 seconds.
Okay. I seriously don't know how you're getting so off. We're getting so off.
No, it's because I accidentally pressed the restart button. So.
Oh, gotcha. So 104 on second point, us defending. It is 6:22 into the round.
All right.
Ready?
I am here. 104.
All right. So 3, 2, 1, go. So I like this. The window. Keep spamming at that shield. If he's gonna leave it up there like that, might as well. Spamming at that shield's better than just standing there doing nothing. And I mean, look how fast we shredded the Rhine. Now add on top of that the Sigma Berry that would already be shredded, you'd be even better. Don't be afraid to take pot shots at that Pharah. Especially if we,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, if we have our lamp up and you're at full health, you know, don't be afraid to take those shots. Cause you don't have to necessarily kill her. Especially without a mercy, just make her take a little bit of damage. Most Pharahs are gonna dip. So. Okay, there you go. I don't know if I like that trans. Felt a little bit early. You're healing in trans though, so that was unnecessary.
That was bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a lamp here, but I think I should have thrown it like on the wall of the bookshop instead of that corner, so you guys could have walked a little bit more farther up.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that's
for
kinda
sure.
small.
As well, in the instances where like you're healing at the same spot that like you're gonna be damaging pretty much, take advantage of the fact you can heal between primary fires. Even literally, even if you're just hitting a shield with it, the damage healing is better than just the healing. So.
All right. What's your time?
I mean, I'm letting it roll through. We're gonna be attacking here.
Ah, okay. Same.
I just let it roll through so we can talk about some of the other stuff. So honestly, the most that I would take away from that,
Overhealing
overhealing for sure, and then
and land your healing.
missing a couple. I'd say the overhealing is definitely the bigger thing we want to address first. So right here, can we please make sure we rotate? And I think this is partially my fault for jumping up there late. But I want to make sure we give our Hiscan a shield here. So I mean, there's no reason not to. It's an easy. It gives the Widow doesn't have to think about anything else. They can just sit there and look at it and have a shield. Yeah, so I got up there late. So, but I definitely want us to be making sure we're using that. You can be up there too. I mean, why not?
I'll go up. I think I should. Nope, I guess I don't. Alright.
Okay, so at least you avoided dynamite, so. Ethan said, "Dynamite, I'm hungry," and then just ate it. And then we see the Bastion, we call the swap to the pharmacy. Not much. you know, not much
Oh
else
yeah.
besides
All
that.
right.
Alright, so now...
I have to remember something here. I have a question. I'll ask it when it comes up. When the
Okay,
situation comes up.
okay. Alright, so we're damage boosting. This is exactly what we want. Lay off that healing if we can. Damage boosting, great. Pretty easy so far.
What do you call the high ground they were originally on?
I don't know if we've ever called it out. Right there, be careful with... We can pause it real quick. So press the pause button. Be careful, you kind of, with pharmacy, it's not, it's not as simple as it seems. You want to, because you kind of have to preempt where your Pharah is going to go. And I mean, honestly, a lot of that comes with time on, especially if you're playing with a certain Pharah, then you can get used to their movement. But when you go up as Mercy, when you're floating down, you should be making sure you're hugging something that can help block. So like right there, you literally just fell straight in the middle of the point there, which could have been disastrous. So you got to make sure
Yeah.
if you're gonna fall somewhere that you're not gonna die. You should have probably died there, if I'm being honest. So
I should have. I tell Poke as soon as, like, we stay here, we have to get out. And he says, I agree. I don't know. Yeah. I got, as soon as I try and, like, my feet get close to the floor, I tell him we have to get out. We have to get out.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go.
Alright.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
The Ashe. I don't know if you can see the Ashe from my point of view. She's about to cross away and be above you. She's
Yes.
crossing the hallway.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's on the above the mega. Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay. But I was trying to tell Poke that that's where the Ashe is, so he could. That's an easy kill for him because she didn't know where he was.
I don't know if we did the. I don't know if we've done callouts for King's Row. I mean, we should have callouts for everything at this point, but callouts are kind of boring. You know, sometimes we develop them naturally, and then sometimes we don't, but then they're natural anyway, like titties.
Yeah.
So we'll our cactus on Hanavana, third point. Anyway, so yeah, calling out where the Ashe was there would have been perfect. So you ready to hit play?
Yep.
All right, so 3, 2, 1, play. Okay. Well, I mean, maybe I guess Pokey didn't understand. So you're back up. Hug that wall.
The Ashe is behind me. I should die here.
Yeah, you did. Hug.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hug that when you go up there, like kind of hug that wall if you can.
Alright.
And when in Rocket Barrage, don't be afraid to like flick between damage and healing like pretty quickly.
Okay. Yeah, I'm able to do that. Yeah, I don't know which one I should do. So yeah, flicking sounds like a good answer.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, it's weird, like, cause if you're damage boosting, you kill things faster, but then maybe you need a little bit of healing. But I like flicking pretty quickly between the two because you get the benefits of both.
Yeah, and I tried Call Bastion as well to Poke here, but he doesn't understand it.
That was
just
a really
focuses
weird
here.
spot. I'm not sure why you didn't die. Alright, so we
just
I mean, we kind of just... They're on a shit comp. This is why you don't run Bastion, and their hit scan wasn't taking care of you, the pharmacy, so... you know, you did your job as damage boosting. And you're still damage boosting, yep. When in pharmacy too, you can damage boost other things if you want to. You know, you don't have to like... Only make sure... We gotta make sure you're calling for healing there. We can't...
alright.
We underutilize the I need healing tab. As I say that, Pokey literally calls for it. Yeah, so don't be afraid to hit it. It lets everybody know where, or it lets the other healer know where you are. I got a little bit greedy on payload right there. Alright, so we're damage boosting. damage boost. We should be trying to damage boost the Sig ult right there if we can.
That does more damage. I didn't know that.
It should. You're flying kind of. Yeah, you're just kind of flying in the open there to start with. And with the pharmacy, we really need you to push through with her if you can, especially against double hit scan. And we're flanking, or we're taking the high ground. You damage boost. Yeah, damage boost there. Right there. See, call for healing. You're literally on fire from like.
I'll bound it. I'll bound it to my left stick button. Press on the left stick. Alright.
I mean, I still have mine on the like you press down and then R, like to the right. So I mean, you don't have to have it like a single button, but you definitely need it because you went from like 50 and died to dynamite. So it's not like Ana or Marble in this case didn't have time to take a look. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Okay.
The replay is now over, by the way, for me.
Yeah, we definitely won that one because of our defense, though. That was a solid defense right there. Alrighty, and we're gonna go to Rialto next. And by looks, did we attack first or did we defend first? We defend first. Alrighty, so we are still. I'm gonna pause it when the door's open. We are running the kind of grind comp again. This time we have the Tracer instead of the Hanzo. Excuse me. The Tracer's job has to be to get in the back line. Has to be to harass, not die. If they have a Widow, to try and help with the Widow, because the Widow does have the advantage of against the Ashe if the Ashe doesn't know where she is. So helping with that, dueling the Widow possibly even as well. So scouting is a big thing as well. We should be scouting. Our Tracer should be scouting here. So as the Baptiste, your job is healing, well, everybody. So the Zen can just focus on the Tracer if possible. That's a hard task, but you know, if you were the perfect player, then that would be the goal.
I don't think I should be focusing on Tracer too much.
No. Like you heal everybody, and then the Zen heals the Tracer.
Exactly. Okay. Good.
I think I might have said it wrong there, but yeah, but that's what I meant. Is that in a perfect world, you heal everybody, and then the Trace or the Zen only has. Okay, Kirsten.
Okay,
it's
yeah,
loud.
I understand. I can't hear it, by the way. What Kirsten's playing?
So yeah, if you were perfect, you would heal everybody, but I mean nobody's perfect. So, all right, so we're gonna hit play in 3, 2, 1, go. So we're pre-healing again for no reason.
I should be damaging here.
Yep. Those heals are okay because he needed it. I just want to count how many times you pre-healed Ethan. Like there, you were just waiting.
Waiting.
Yeah. You're running Baptiste. He's a support. He's not a healer. He's got that utility, you know? It's like Zen.
I understand.
Zen is a support. He's not a healer. He heals, but that's his secondary. His primary is damaging.
I understand.
That's a wall.
Probably my outlook on Baptiste is as a main healer. That's how I see him. That's probably wrong.
Yeah. So again, right there, you're again just standing, not shooting.
Standing there. Yeah. This is why, because I see Bap as a main healer, and I see now that's incorrect.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Not entirely.
I mean, especially with the Zenyatta, he is going to be the main healer. But shooting for damage is better than healing nothing. I'm gonna pause it real quick for me.
I paused at 236.
I mean, I'm going backwards, but just stay where you're at.
Okay.
I don't. Whoa, why? I know we're doing this for your VOD review, but I want to look back at everybody real quick.
If you see a really big general mistake, team mistake, you can call it out. I don't really care.
That's why I said pause it, because I'm going back and look at this crap. Let's see. I don't. Okay, why? Why is Sigma on the point? The Ashe is behind the Sigma, and then our Orisa's behind the Ashe. I don't. We shouldn't be that far back, especially between the tanks. The Orisa has the more survivability. I mean, we're playing the range comp, but we can't back off so far where they can. Because if we back off too far, they can just focus on our Tracer if they're smart. We got to make sure that we're pushed up and we're applying enough frontal pressure to allow our Tracer to do stuff. And we should just literally our Orisa. I don't like how far back our Orisa is playing right there. If we need to cut off someone taking the high ground, that's the Sigma's job. So we need to be flipped there. So I'm gonna come back to you now. What's your timestamp again?
236.
Alright, let me get to you. 236. Yeah, so like we're sitting, like, I mean, continue, look at, we're at 20 seconds now.
I don't have the bar. The bar for me does not appear, by the way. I don't know how to make it. I have to reset everything, and I don't want to do that for the bar, for the progress bar of the video to appear. Okay. I would have to reset all my settings.
What do you have? Well, let me get there. Like, it's been 30, 40 seconds of Sigma pushed up further than our Orisa. And then, oh, I'm sorry, I'm at 233 now. And then our then our Orisa puts their shield over here. Our Orisa shield is the main shield. If we need something else blocked off, that's for the Sigma to move his.
Corey, are you paused or unpaused? Sorry.
I am paused. I'm paused. Sorry.
All right.
This whole time, it's like our tanks swapped what they should be doing there. So we gotta make sure we don't do that. What do you have bound to R3? Is that still melee for you?
Yeah.
You should just hit R3. Did it pop up?
Nope.
Alright, well, I don't know then. Alright, so we're gonna hit play at normal speed. You're at 233, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, in 3, 2, 1, go. So, you're healing, that's a wall. Damage. Healing, okay, we're good. Damage, damage.
I got scared.
It's a... Instead of... Pause it. You get shot from in front of you, and then instead of moving behind the wall, you ran towards the bullets. Just saying. That was not the smart thing to do. I'm glad you used your lamp, because I'd rather you stay alive than not, but if you just stay where you're at and use the wall...
Hold the left stick to the right for 2 seconds, I would have not had to use that.
No, I'd probably stay for like half a second. You would have been fine, so... Don't walk into the bullets.
Alright.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna hit play again here in 3, 2, 1, play. This is a good spot though. Again, you're just pre-healing. I mean, and like I said, as a main support, that's fine.
I was debating. Okay. I was debating to throw a lamp, but I'm glad I didn't.
It didn't.
I'm glad I didn't.
Well, you didn't. It was still on cooldown. So there's a big difference between, you know, being a main healer and being a, like... Actually, I don't know what I'm saying. You're just healing too much. Like there, one shot healed him all the way. But you took 2 shots. So add up that 1 second fire time over an entire map, you know, and then over an entire series, and that how many times, how much time have you wasted, you know?
I understand. I should have paid attention to our Zen.
Yeah, the bigger issue is that our Tracer fell off the map. Maybe he recalled off the map.
Look. I don't know how they didn't kill me here. I was just bouncing. bouncing.
That's actually funny, but you should have been shooting at the same time too.
Oh.
Even,
right.
I mean, even like you're not gonna kill anyone unless you hit just all headshots.
Charge, yeah.
But yeah, it's free ult charge and you're contestant anyway, so. Hey, someone's watching us! Yay! Someone's watching. I saw you.
I should not use self heal. Just let Ethan heal up Ethan regularly.
Yeah, your self heal should be for you. Me.
Ash is flanking.
It's Angels. See that was your self heal is for you right there. You want to be taking here. You want to be looking for. You don't want to be so cramped. So like in that where you were at in the Opera House, it was very, very cramped. So you know you didn't have. Don't shoot at the Sigma that's eating.
The Sigma's eating, yeah.
Being in that cramped is it's detrimental for your sight line. You know, you can't see as much. Oh, that's unfortunate. You had to reload. This lamp is good. That's a really good lamp. We can build up trans because of it. Oh, but we lose our Orisa.
I feel like I should have been. Part of me feels like I should have been where I'm standing above the bridge, in that window above the bridge. I don't know if that would have been better.
Right there, maybe, so that we can. Do we lose point here? No, we don't.
I put up. That was a bad lamp. I should have probably placed it a little bit more forward. Make our DPS.
I can live with it. I don't really care for that bobble that much.
We kill this Ashe. I'm screaming at this Ashe to get this Ashe, and
yeah,
she just eventually jumps off.
Don't you self-healed again for your other people.
I mean, the self-heal isn't. If I can get like 3 people in it that are critical, that's ideal. In my opinion.
But right there was the Orisa, and then. Or earlier was the Orisa, and right there it was the Ashe. That was the only thing that needed healing. And you looked at her and then hit L1.
I see. Oh,
yeah. I mean, if you're gonna solo heal someone with it, it should be so you don't have to turn around.
It's just a bad habit, honestly. I don't know why.
You're looking for the. I guess you were looking for an angle on Pokey, but.
So like right now, when we're playing up here on the top of the stairs, I feel like I should be on the window above the bridge.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, because like I said,
and I get lost here.
It cuts your sight short. We'll pause it real quick. We'll pause it real quick. You might have to go back and watch my stream, but so kind of what you did there though was you kind of flip flopped. Like you were going back towards Pokey. And then you heard attack visor, and you're like, no, I'm not going to go back. Which, if you would have went back towards Pokey, would have been fine. Or if you would have stayed where you were in the beginning, you would have been fine. But since you went back and forth, then you were in the middle of nowhere.
I was uncommitted. Yeah, I just got to commit to one thing, essentially.
Mm-hmm. And another spot too, you could have gone instead of going to Pokey, you could have gone to where Lightning is, like inside the mini. That way you can, that's a pretty good spot because you got that cover, and you got that mini behind you. You know, because your self heal is a pretty long cooldown, so you got a lot of tools in there as well.
And I have to stay away to get to the high ground if I need it.
Yeah,
behind
so
me.
Alright, now there's no way we win this fight. Like,
We don't.
Okay.
Call on pause.
Yeah, I haven't started it yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, there's just no way we win this fight. Wait, do we though? Because Marble says something about killing a soldier in their backline with Hack Visor. I refuse to believe we win this fight. There's no freaking way. We killed their Ashe, but we lost Orisa and Baptiste. And seriously, if Marble doesn't die here, I know. Okay, so he definitely
He dies.
after
But he trades.
He trades, but that still leaves them with. I guess that's a
They're
no. That's
calling,
a 4v3. That's a 4v3 still, though, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Who,
We don't have a support, and they're popping coal.
who am I missing though? They got Ryan.
Ashe, Moira.
Where's their other
Sig.
support?
Mercy's dead. Mercy's soldier dead.
Okay. She's in the process of dying. Oh no, so that is a 3v3 then. That's a 3v3 actually. Okay, maybe I can see if we do win this. Okay, that's actually not as upsetting for them if they lose this fight. I don't know why I'm getting upset for us winning the fight, but if we do. Alright, I'm gonna hit play though in 3, 2, 1, go. They do trade though. I mean the Rhine has no shield though. We kill him. And it's just Sigma Moira.
I don't know why I want Lucio. I can't give you a logical reason, apart from getting to the point quicker.
I mean, that's a good reason. I mean, you didn't have ult, right? You were like at 10%. Yeah.
Yeah, I whiffed the previous ult because I was flip flopping and I just placed it on cart trying to. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, no. I mean, if we call that the fight's winnable, you better get your ass to point unless you have an ultimate.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's like the same thing. Which I know I've said it before, but it still doesn't feel like we're doing it correctly. Like when we say commit to the stall, it means unless you're at 80 plus to your ultimate, or like maybe like 60 or 70 plus to your ultimate. So we'll say if you're 55 or less to your ultimate, you fucking get off that hero if they're slow as fuck and go someone to go fast. You get to the fucking, especially on like King of the Hill. If we say commit to the stall, and you're at like 30% as McCree, you better get your ass over to Tracer or Soldier or Reaper or something and get to that point. I want it like when I say commit to that stall, like it means fuck your ultimates and commit to the stall. Unless you have your ultimate, in that case stay.
Alright, I'm giving here our Ashe and our Hanzo a pep rally. A pep talk.
One more thing real quick before we get in. I'm going to pause it when the door is open. Another thing that we definitely are not listening to, or maybe we don't understand, and it's something that Vic likes to call a lot, is in Ethan as well, Tank Ethan, is play to live. When we say play to live, like it feels like no one changes their actual play style or where they're positioned. When we say play to live, that means all of your resources should immediately go into staying alive. It shouldn't mean you push up to try and kill someone who's 1 health. It doesn't mean you should look for ult shards. It should mean every cooldown and every ability you have needs to go to keeping you alive. Because play to live as a call out means we need to regroup and reorganize and get our shit lined up. And we do that by staying alive, and then we can go in off of that. So I want to really make sure when we call that, we actually switch up our mentality to, I need to stay alive here. Because it feels like we're just like, okay, I'll call for healing, you know? And maybe I'm wrong, but that's what it feels like from my point of view. So like when we say stay alive, it means to stay alive.
Okay.
You ready? Right when the door's open, right? Alright, so 3, 2, 1, play. Alright. You're pre-heal. Why are you there's a shield gang!
I don't know. I know. I burst down their shield. That's here. I'm still shooting. I don't know what I'm healing here. I take top left high ground here. And I died to the Ashe. That's how I died, I remember.
You're
Oh,
okay.
bad. I don't know.
Wait.
I don't know what I did that for.
Well, so a couple of things there. As you're coming back, don't. So like when you go to jump up there, and it's really fast. So you got to. I mean, you do have to have a fast reaction time. Don't commit so hard when they got like 3 people staring at you. You know. Because if you didn't quite commit as hard, you might have been okay. But once you jumped up there, you were like, I'm gonna stay up here. And you could have, you could have used lamp to stay alive too if you really wanted to. But more importantly, though, don't shoot at a Sigma that's eating.
Eating. Yep. I have also that's a bad habit. I need to outplay and get rid of.
It's not just you though. Actually, I'm gonna pause it. I'm hitting the pause button. That's actually good. It's not just like obviously we're showing you doing it, but we could still melee. This is for everybody. If a Sigma's eating, melee him if you're within melee distance. It's a free 30 damage, and if you can't get through his lunch ability anyway, then just punch him. Every little bit helps. So just because we're not shooting at him doesn't mean we're not doing something else to him. With that also being said, if we're not shooting at him and we're not within melee range, then do something else. Don't just stare at him. Where do I position for the next engage? Like, this next little bit. Alright, so if we kill this Sigma, do I need to push up, or am I going to be pushing, falling back, or am I going to go left or right? Oh, okay, so I can't do anything with the Sigma. Let me pre-position to the left, kill the Sigma, now I'm already halfway there and I'm in a better spot. All about those actions per minute. But, alright, you're 517, blue?
Yeah.
Alright, so 3, 2, 1... hit the play button.
Yang or I know. I'll think.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
We go high.
Okay.
We go high ground.
Or say, are
Eventually.
you good?
And I jump up back off. Okay. And then I go back. Okay. We're good. We take it eventually. We.
Pre-healing
I hit
again.
you with just one.
I mean, that's fine. You healed up our.
That was bad.
What's it can't?
Place it closer to the wall or whatever.
Yeah. We can pause it real quick, actually. I hit the pause button.
I did.
Okay. I honestly don't necessarily think it was a bad lamp. I'd have to rewind it if you want to look at a pixel.
When I say things are bad, I mean they could be much better. That's what I mean.
I know. But like even right there, I don't know if it could necessarily been better because the Sigma has that splash damage, and if he's got like 5 brain cells, and maybe I'm overestimating how like people thinking about this, but he should be using geometry to knock that thing out without having to look at it. So excuse me. I think it's a hard because if you put it too far to the right, he's just gonna fall to the floor. Excuse me. And our Orisa didn't have shield up, so I can live with that lamp. It's not your worst one, so.
Alright.
Alright, we're gonna hit play again.
Alright.
I can only. Okay, actually, you left me an even number. Hold on, I'm eating a grape, and I'm dropping a grape. Alright, in 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, so you rotate it down.
I should get back on high.
I mean, you didn't need to jump off the high ground in the first place. You should just stayed up there. You can heal from
Up there.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the arch of your shot. Alright, I gotta pause it real quick. Who are you healing there? You're not even hitting the team! You're healing a shield!
I get it. It needs to be fixed
You're literally
immediately.
healing a shield! Oh, I love you, gang.
But they don't touch, I don't think.
So with your, I think the Moira does here. But, you being on that high ground here, you're not going to be getting damaged by this Coalescence. Or if she is damaging with the Coalescence, she's literally touching no one else with it, so take that value away from her.
Take the high ground.
Yeah.
Sure, take the high ground and don't heal shields. Understood.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna hit play again in 3, 2, 1, go. We kill the Moira. Yep, and then that was kind of it. Wow, going off of both of our wins here, we must have fucked up bad on our losses. Cause those 2 wins were not close.
We're not. Yeah,
Those
they
were stomps.
And we didn't play very. We played well, like especially our DPS, but like I could have definitely played much better. And I feel like they just made graver mistakes than we did. Sometimes I feel like that's why we win so much, because the enemy team makes even worse mistakes than us.
I'm gonna go to Lijiang real quick. I mean, I shouldn't say always, but I have, that's one of the things I have said is that at our level, the main difference between Overwatch League, I can't even say that. There's a lot of differences. I'm going to pause it when the door's open. One of the main things between the Overwatch League and our level is that if 2 teams stare at each other in the Overwatch League, they won't be making mistakes. They shouldn't be. 2 teams at our rank that stare at each other, one team is going to make a mistake. Probably both teams are going to make a mistake. But the difference is which team makes the least amount of mistakes and which team takes advantage of the other mistakes. Every now and again, we'll have to, and especially with dive, this is where it's most noticeable. Dive, you have to really exploit the other team's mistakes while making none of your own. So if we don't have to force a mistake, then we can just dive. But when it comes to those points where you have to, okay, they're actually playing deathball and they're sticking right on top of each other. Now we have to force out a mistake out of them, and that's the hardest part. One of the hardest things to do as a team in Overwatch is force another team to make a mistake. Now it's doable, and we've done it a lot. Actually, I lied. I take that back. That's not the hardest thing to do in Overwatch. But we've done that before, so it's doable, and that's something. But it's always easier just to sit back and let the other team do stupid stuff. So, with that being said, all right. So this rolling out with Control Center. Normally it's Pokey and DCV, but I honestly I felt really good about Lightning and Pokey as a duo playing. You also. I think I already told Marvel this. Maybe I didn't, but I told us for our King of the Hills, I said that I wanted to roll out with a Zenith because I feel like her Moira is a little bit stronger. Marble, so either take that as you should go and practice Moira, or just double down and get better at your other heroes type of stuff. I don't know. It's your call. But I forgot to put her in 1. But 2, I felt Marvel was having a really good match at up to that point, so I was okay with keeping him in. So we come into Control Center right now. This is our comp that I like on Control Center. There's a couple of things that we can trade away. Our McCree can go to the Mei. I'm not as ecstatic about the Mei, if I'm being honest, but it can go to the Mei. The Reaper is one. We could also go to. Excuse me. We could also go to an Ashe, but I'm not sold on that one really at all, if I'm being honest. Torb is a possibility. I really like the McCree or Reaper because the Reaper is obviously got that frontline damage. You could just run at people. The McCree is, but on the flip side, the McCree can provide a good amount of frontline pressure, but if the McCree hangs back, now they have to push in through the entire rest of the team to get to the McCree, so both have their merits, and of course the McCree is a hit scan, so if they do run a pharmacy. So with our comp, this comp right here though, is kind of like the grind comp, where we have the Zen Baptiste, with the long range damage, but it's just a close quarters version of it. Because we're running the Zarya instead of like the Orisa or like a Diva, you know, we're going for the Zarya damage. We're running a Junkrat. We're going for that extra damage. We lose out because we're on Lucio and Moira, but we have that other damage to make up for. So the principles kind of are the same, where we want to grind them down as they come in. So, all right, you ready?
Yes.
All right, so God, I'm so gassy. Excuse me. All right, I'm gonna hit play in 3, 2. I lied. Hold on. I gotta get to you. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, play. I don't. Did
Fuck
you?
up that amp. But whatever.
Did you feel like you needed to get a run up to the wall over there? I like hanging back. You're taking advantage of your aura, which is good.
I booped the thingy. I don't know.
Commit to that
Try to
reload. Yeah, commit to that reload. The melee should only be when to finish things off. Alright, so let's pause it right there, actually, because there's kind of a lot. I want to make sure that you are prioritizing turrets, just because you can really hit them with your I don't know, I can't remember how much each bullet from Lucio does, but they don't have fall off, you know, for a Torb turret, and those symmetric turrets are right in front of you. You're one of the easiest ones to get to destroy them. With that, and then the teleporter, I know I said it really quickly there, but commit to the reload, because the melee should be used to finish targets off. And it's now you can something like that. You can shoot melee, you know, to get that little bit of extra damage in, because you know it's not like you can get a critical hit on there or anything. You know, it's like when Monkey is dueling people, he'll like you throw in melees, you know, just so you don't have to reload as you know, in the middle of the fight, hopefully. So that, and then you kind of just ended up on the weird side of the wall. You weren't gonna save Reinhardt anyway. You don't have that much healing, but you know you just ended up on the wrong side of the wall right there. Does that make sense? All that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Focus turrets and don't melee teleporters unless you have to. Okay.
Well, you can't like melee. The teleporter is fine. Like if you have full, I don't. With how much health was left in the teleporter though, and you have to reload, just commit to that reload.
Yeah. Just commit to the reload so you can get more DPS out. I understand.
Okay. So we're gonna hit play again in 3, 2, 1, go. So here we lose our Reinhardt, and I think hopefully, yeah. I want to make sure we backed out there. Especially nice job of grabbing the health pack. Especially since we're on Zarya, if we lose a fight but we can keep it at full charge, then we gotta try and take that if we can. And so now we are.
I think I call for a speed here and I fuck up and held the amp for a little bit too long.
A couple things like the Zarya as me. I pushed up too hard. That turret right there, that needs to be you. Because you walked by it and then someone else. That was just one of those things again. Just flick, kill it, and then go on with your life. I think we were like debating on, do we want to go in or do we not want to go in?
With that shatter, shield the deal.
Yeah, I'm glad we went in to get that shatter out of them. I don't know how you dodged it. That was kind of nutty. I'd probably be mad if I was him, to be honest. But so I'm glad we pushed in though to get out the shatter. Or maybe not pushed, as we stayed there.
I tried to call for these turrets.
Yeah. So I got rid of those. I know those. All right, so good. You're hanging back.
I knew it.
They
I feel like we should have.
literally. I would just like to
break
pause. I want to pause it right there.
Oh, just
They literally just stood there. I'm actually rewinding it. I want to watch that again because that just is fucking mind-boggling.
When lightning popped, I knew they walled and you sat there. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. What percentage are you at? I'll pause it when I get there.
I'm at 70.
Okay, I'll pause it when I get there. So we pop it at. So when we popped it, their Junkrat is off at that mega, like behind stage. Do you know where I'm talking about? Like going towards the high ground.
Yeah.
That dude is on a mad flank. Holy crap! That is
It's a five.
He's
It's a
looking.
5v6 for us.
Yeah, he must be looking. He's setting up a tire. And I know when I go back and watch, I don't like Vic's tires that much because they're too aggressive. But holy crap, you can't be that far away. The dude's providing no value whatsoever. All right, so I'm gonna watch. So with We High Noon.
Maybe they didn't know that High Noon could break wall. Most platinums don't hold High Noon for that long.
Oh, and yeah, and that's one of the things. Their Mercy was hiding, and then came out of hiding for the High Noon, dude. Oh my god, yeah. That was stupid. And that's one of the reasons why I call to hold the High Noon. Because
people think that you actually pulled, but like that you don't.
Yeah, some people don't know when you pulled. Because it's sometimes it's hard to, if you can't, especially if you're in the team, it's hard to see. They don't know when you pull. You know, oh, he's still holding. I can peek out and get a headshot and kill him. Oh, he pulled and killed me because of that. You know? Even just breaking Rhine Shield and Orisa and Sigma Shields, all of this stuff, to just wait it out, it's so helpful. Especially if your McCree is in the team and you can keep him alive. So.
I'm at 70%.
Yes, sir. Set it 70 red, right?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, so 3, 2, 1, play.
They break the shield, Ethan gets
So
a fast starter.
Yeah.
I transition between. I get an amp and then I like half heal, half speed it, which is alright. I would have preferred to just go full send it on speed so we could get kill the people that were on the floor quicker. But
yeah,
whatever.
So here, I call to push in.
Yeah. Good.
I want to make sure that.
I'm telling Ethan that we're with him, just in case he
Yeah.
can't look behind them, because I know he can't. I keep on telling them that we're with him.
Yeah, that's one of those. That's one of those spots right there. Is if they give us kills like that, we take advantage of them there. So that's what I want us to do.
I think we speed out here when the Junkrat comes out. We just.
Yeah.
Oh no, okay. I thought it was. See, I fucking held. Oh my god! I paused it real quickly. I amped on healing instead of. I don't know what was up with me in this game, but I amped on healing instead of speed when I heard the Junkrat, and I was trying to get Ethan away from choke. But
I mean,
hit
it's
prediction.
Well, let's pause it. Pause the button. I mean, when it comes to Junkrat's higher, we should stop trying to outposition them. We should just be looking to kill them. Because if you speed back, like you speed our Reinhardt back, and now instead of, let's just say he got his tire off, instead of getting a 2-man with you and I think Lightning, now he can get a 3-man with our Reinhardt, you and Lightning,
okay,
and maybe our Zarya's peel back. Like we should 100% be looking to kill them. And if we can't kill them, we should be looking to completely spread out and sacrifice one person. So
Understood.
And then into the grav, it looked like you were going to go in there and go for a boot, but then you backed off because the Symmetra was starting kind of microwave you, so that's fine. Throughout this whole thing, like this is, I feel like, is more maybe advanced, and correct me if I'm wrong, but instead of being on the low wall there, if you can be playing on the high wall, you know, you could take advantage of that angle and you're safer. You know, against what they're running. You know, they don't have that Hanzo or a Hiscan or something that can dink you. It's a Junkrat Symmetra. You know, you're just as much danger up top as you are on the floor. So, but that is more advanced. You know, you are holding up higher. It's not like you can just hold there and you exist. You got to be actively holding up there. All right, so we're gonna hit play again in 3, 2, 1, play button. So here we back out, which is what we should be doing, and then we call to push in. So that's a really good counter push. I like that counter push. We kind of baited him in, honestly, and then their Reinhardt just eats himself off. And again, that's a really good us as a team being able to take advantage of the other team. and I got a little bit greedy there on Zarya. I was full charge. I was hunting for another grab, and then we call out they're going to the right. So this was a little bit of confusion. Let's pause it. I'm gonna pause it again. A little bit of confusion. We call they're going to the right. You know, it looked like 4 of us backed up, but the tanks held forward. Really, and you're gonna have to answer the question. Did you know that they were on the good side of the grav, or no?
No,
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, not on the grav, of the wall.
I did not.
Okay, so I can see why you pop beat, because it was just a reaction. And it's really hard to say, alright, King, well, are they on which side of the wall? Are they on, but since we're reviewing you one-on-one, that is something. And I like the beat anyway, because it was a 6-man beat. They died anyway, just because of all the focus fire, and they were, we were just so far forward. So, we were going to die whether you pop beat or not. So,
Yang didn't get it.
Oh, Yang didn't get it? Okay.
Yang and you didn't get it. Because you guys were inside of the symmetry wall, so the wall.
Oh, I thought we got it. Let me. I rewinded it. What's your timestamp?
I'm at 84% blue.
Okay, just hold right there. I'll see. All right, so let's see. Watching health bars. Okay. 84 blue. Yeah, so we didn't get it. Okay, so what I said was right then. Kind of. So, okay. So it's just a reactionary beat, they use Grev, we use beat, boom, So, it's...
I consider it a win because their Junkrat's down. They used Symmetra and Grav, and we just used beat. Oh, we double support ulted. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Cole is like, you can get it in a fight and a half. But, I don't know.
I mean, I'm not necessarily looking at it as like, oh, it's what I'm trying to get out my thoughts. So, technically, you would want to say, okay, where's the Grav at? Where is our tanks on the good side or the bad side of the wall? And then decide off of there. But that, especially with that cast time, if you're not there in the right time, then it's too late, Which is kind of, I remember that was a big thing we used to go over, is like, our gang, just do it. It's like, stop thinking about it, just do it. Because when you think, they're late. So just do it. So I'm okay with that beat, just, it got 4 of us in there. So.
Yeah.
Alright.
Actually, before you unpause, I was thinking that should I just sometimes when I hear a grab, should I just get inside the grab automatically, and so I could like try and get as many people in the grab, so this doesn't happen, or should I try and avoid getting in the grab and try and get the beat off?
Well, no, because if you were in the grab there, then the other 3 wouldn't have gotten it.
Okay.
So, and then
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, well, we did kill the Junkrat, but I mean, they're gonna be putting in all the damage. And like, if you're in the grab, you can get pinned out of the grab now. Not that teams are good enough to do this, but the Reinhardt could section you off from like a trans healing or a beat if you're in the grab. So you don't want to throw yourself in the grab if you don't have to.
Gotcha.
So. All right, we're gonna hit play in 3, 2, 1, go. So here, okay, you immediately speed out. Good. And we should be committing the least mobile people. Actually, no, we're at 90. So yeah, we shouldn't stall this out at all. This is ours.
We should have just left and gotten 6. We lose 2 people here unnecessarily. We could have been by the space shuttle right there near our choke, and then you and Yang could have came back in time. So like, I feel like we should have wasted a little bit of time there, but it's fine. We get them back.
Yeah. So now here, this is dicey. I wanted us to rotate through here because I thought it was the right call, but we got dicey on the touching. Because I want to.
Behind me, I don't kill it. Or whatever.
Yeah, I want to avoid our Moira touching first, or our main healer touching first, that's asking for disaster. But we get a 2-man high noon, and then we get a 3 or 4-man shatter right there.
We get better ults than them, and that just wins. Makes this one.
Yeah, I mean they invested, and you know, even though we used Moira ult and beat but they used Grav, Cole,
Wall.
Symmetra wall. I mean, they literally had a shatter, so they were either gonna hit a shatter or not. And we ulted before. Oh, you almost hit that shot. And we just ult. You know, we won. We ulted before they did. Late calls on my part here. That's my bad. Do we lose this round? I think we do, don't we?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
no
we
way.
do. We do.
Yeah,
We play in our market.
Yeah, there's no way that's an 8-minute round.
Lightning calls for a thing to go courtyard, and you say no. I remember that.
If we're on double shield, I want us to.
I call for two. We gotta melt bubbles, by the way, when we're playing.
Yeah, when we're. Well, so, 2 things there. We know they're on Mercy there. We kinda. Like, we get a pick on the junk app, but then we don't protect that res. We just gotta make sure if we can't all push up on a res, then we. If we can't all push up on a res, we should be sending like one person who can. So like, you would have been a really good, especially you wall ride and you hold that window, and now you're protecting the res and providing an off angle and you're healing and all that stuff.
Understood.
Also, right there, you should have been on the ceiling anyway. At least make them try to kill you. They didn't actually have to try to do anything. Alright, well, you were looking for a turret. Bob. Yeah, don't be afraid to, or be prepared to boop a Bob too. Like back, even if it just in a straight line, can be really good. The pull, the pull was a little bit later than the rest of it. Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
I feel like
you didn't really need to reset there. You could have just walked
got
out. It really doesn't matter because you've had, no ult charge, but I mean, if you were concerned about your stats, you didn't have to jump off.
Should I have? No, B would have been bad even if I would have pulled it off because they had Junker in that room and they could have just sprinted to it.
Yeah. So here, alright, that was a better job of joining the bubble. I don't like the beat. No. We shouldn't be using beat for a diva bomb.
Alright, just hide behind the wall and try to save it for something else.
Yeah. If you're wall riding, you don't get killed by that Junkrat there. And then, oh, you missed the rollout. Oh. So you're just.
I think we should just get out.
I mean, they're at red 99. We don't have a choice.
Okay. We win. Oh no, we lose this,
You need to be wall riding
more often.
You are making it way too easy for them. Holy fuck, dude. And then you miss a lot on that Junkrat, so. Yeah, so, I mean, so far you missed the rollout, then you weren't roll riding at all, and then you missed the rollout, and I already know you. So, right there, you missed the first rollout, you didn't wall ride, you missed the Junkrat, and then you missed the rollout again. So, maybe it's just because I think it's one of the more famous rollouts that people do. We should be, yeah. Let's put a pin in that, actually. Can you remind me of that when we're done with this round?
Alright.
Just roll out. Just as long as you can remember roll out. I'm gonna try and remember too. Alright, so we go Mason, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Yep, alright. See, you're wall riding in spawn, but when can't do it, people shoot at you. Alright, and we speed boost. Yay! We're running faster. Excuse me. Again, dude, I'm so gassy. And we TP. We all I could have sworn we heard a TP, but
They placed it.
did they?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
I saw it with my very own
pause
eyes.
it. Pause it. I wanna rewind that then. Doom, 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 doom,
Ready
doom,
for
doom.
battle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
Teleportation portal open.
Oh, the May wall destroyed it. What's your timestamp or what happened?
I'm at 10 seconds until the point unlocks.
Okay, let me get there. Okay, so I did not know that the May wall destroys it. The May wall outright destroys it there. That's fucking good to know. So good job, Pokey. I mean, I'm 99% Pokey just won that fight for us. Now, granted, they're on a weird ass comp. Why are you running fucking dive tanks with
Symmetra.
junk Symmetra?
Yeah. Their tanks they completely ignore, because if their tanks were taking the TP, they would have been behind the first line anyways. So I don't think their tanks were gonna take it. I don't know who was gonna take it. I don't know what was the point of the TP.
I mean, that's what I'm like. I'm pretty sure we would have won this fight anyway because our healers are better with our tank line. But what I don't know, dude. I don't know. But they do have Junkrat though, so maybe. But I mean, their tank line is fucking weird. So we're gonna hit play though in 3, 2, 1, go. But Pokey did kind of just win that fight. So good job, Pokey. And we're spamming. This is good. You're not playing on the point where you could. I mean, you shouldn't be playing on the point. Ooh,
I don't know what I'm doing.
that was close.
Bad.
I can see what you were doing. Go for the boop. If you're gonna go for it, you gotta hit it. Boop, don't. Especially Brig. Boop the fuck out. Get her the fuck away from you, dude.
She was holding shield up. She wasn't gonna move.
I mean, she
Either
could
way,
put
try
it.
to-
She could put it down. Just we don't want anything to do with a Brig near you.
Alright.
Because Brigs don't have to aim, so, you know. Alright, so can we, like, I know we want to hold point.
Take advantage of the shield and
Yeah.
get extra ult charge out of it.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Oh.
I'm okay
We should
holding
have that.
point, but we don't have to be, like, that far back.
Fair enough.
Unless
Mercy.
we call that they're on a fair, then we all back up to point immediately. So, here we're looking for, we have every ult, so let's see how we do here. Actually, I'm gonna pause it. Can you pause it real quick?
Pause it, yep.
What are you looking for with your beat here? There is no wrong answer. I'm legitimately curious. What are you looking for your beat?
To possibly turn a fight with it. Keep if I see 2 people critical, I'll pop it. And if the fight is winnable.
So you're not looking at their team and like saying, okay, if this ultimate, then I pop it, anything like that.
Maybe rally.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I literally was just kind of curious, you know, because it's not like, all right, well, they have Genji, so I save it for Bite, you know, stuff like that. So.
I don't like doing it for fair because I can die mid cast.
Yeah, no, I mean, she burns through that in literally no time. So, a fair ult, we should never be using, and we haven't. I know we haven't in a long time, but trans and beat do not counter fair ults. So, okay, yeah, I mean, I like those. I was just kind of curious, since you know didn't have anything big you need to counter. So we're gonna hit play again, in 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm not sure if I pop it. I'm scared.
We should be going forward.
We do. I call for courtyard. I call for courtyard here. very aggressively.
Pause it real quick, pause it. Alright. Yes, yeah, so what if you called for it, great job. If we're committing a wall and a supercharger, we should be using them. Now the wall though, the thing with the wall, the way it was positioned, ugh, words. The way that one was positioned, it was more of a defensive wall. So, you know, and they were backing up, but so we should be looking, even though it was a defensive wall, we had them on the back foot so we can push up with it. But we can also be looking for a kind of more aggressive wall too, or just a split wall, you know, that's just straight down the middle. So we say, okay, everybody play left side or right, you know, because they have to balance it. We don't necessarily, you know. So as long as we are able to push up with it. So you're at 51 blue, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
50,
three.
yeah, same thing.
Okay, yep. So 3, 2, 1, play. Alright, we speed.
I hide behind the shield or wall.
Yeah. I mean, with double shield like that, I sure to pray to God a Diva Bomb don't kill us. And then I get this, I feel like I got this fair really low. Maybe I don't. And then they swap to Bastion. The fuck if I know what they're doing. Oh.
Unlucky.
Immediately, when you get booped, immediately switch to speed.
Okay.
Because you can control the way your fall speed in that. Right in that instance, you were dead. You were too far from the wall, but you can control. I mean, the amount of control you have, excuse me, in the air as in Overwatch. Oh my God, I'm sorry for yawning. Your speed can be. Are we all here? Okay, there we go. We were debating. This was my fault. I think we were debating on what we should swap to. I don't think there's any harm in just running. Yeah, I'm gonna pause it again. So we were debating. Do we want to swap off Symmetra? Because I normally would say no to a Symmetra and to a Bastion. But what I wanted to do, and we kind of did it, is, you know, instead of just using amp to close the distance, we can literally just teleport and close the distance. And we have wall, you know, to block off the Pharah for half, or we can use it. And it just kind of helps me. I don't have to be because the problem here is that as Diva, I have to DM the Bastion, and you're supposed to be waiting on me. Hmm? Oh. So, I have to be DMing the Bastion and the Pharah, so using the TP, I don't have to worry about both of them. And we have Amp, and we have Beat, and I think we were good to roll with this. So, I'm going to hit play again in 3, 2, 1, go. Because we also only need one fight.
Yeah, what happens here, we call
I don't know where you were going.
We call the Bastion lower left, and we just speed at him, and we just demolish.
So we didn't even TP at him. I mean, we didn't need to. That was.
I beat here.
You were almost died. In mid beat, you were at like 20 health.
50. Yeah.
So.
More. Yep.
And then we win.
They don't touch you.
Yeah. So. Alright, so we're going to focus on you real quick. Big thing. So on Baptiste, you need to stop pre-healing. Like, that's not even, oh, you should pre-heal. No, just don't fucking pre-heal at all. So pre-heal less, shoot more. And, I mean, your high ground control was really good throughout. There was like a couple spots. So you can improve it, yes, but it wasn't bad by any stretch. So definitely be shooting more. That's the one of the big advantages of the Baptiste and the Zen is just the amount of damage that those two combined output is insane. So let's take advantage of that. So those are the three things for that. Three things for Lucio. Not heal. I'm sorry. You need to be wall riding more. Maybe it's just on Li Zhong. Maybe you're not as comfortable on those maps as Lucio. I don't know. But you should be wall riding a lot more.
Understood.
Like we're kind of in the, and this goes for everybody. Where we
Rollout. I said it. Rollout. I don't know if you remembered.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll get to those in a second. But this is kind of for everybody where we might know what to do and what we should be doing, but we might not be able to mechanically be able to execute. So let's just, we'll just stick with Lucio, for example. Maybe, I know I should be wall riding up this wall, but, to stay out of harm's way, but I mechanically can't do that. I know as Diva I should be able to boost rocket combo every single time on a Zenyatta, but sometimes I'm not able to do it because I mess up. So what we want to aim for though is consistency. So if your max is like, we'll say 70% Overwatch level, just a random number, how do we consistently get to that? And so we should always be looking like for like the wall riding, consistently just be working on it, just try and make sure we're doing it as often as we can to get us out of harm's way. So do you disagree with those stuff?
Yeah,
And the Baptiste stuff?
reason I agree with everything you said. I feel like sometimes we do this as a team as well, but individual play, sometimes players, when they're trying to focus on one thing, there was a reason why I wasn't wall riding. It was probably because either I forgot or I was focusing more into noticing their mistakes so I can call them out and then we can take advantage of them, or what, like I was trying to call out maybe like what were we going to do to win the fight and stuff like that. And sometimes as players, when we focus on the different aspects, like for example, sometimes we take really good positioning, but we don't call their ults. Sometimes we do call their ults and we forget to take high ground. Sometimes we do something else and we forget to do that. And I feel like that happens to individual and as a team environment in general. So we have to stop doing that and try and be consistent, like you said.
Yeah, and that's like something that I've been trying to kind of rotate towards is, and I've addressed it before where, like you said, all right, today we're going to focus on positioning. All right, well now our call out stuff. All right, so today we're going to focus on call outs, but our positioning suffers. All right, today we're going to focus on team comps, but X and Y suffers. So it's that rotation of when we go over something, or when we focus on something specifically, retaining that information or retaining that practice and carry it over to the next stuff, and getting the basic stuff, get it into a habit where it becomes, I don't take high ground because I think about it, I take high ground because my fingers told me to do it,
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're really starting to see, and especially in the Overwatch League, the coaching disparity between teams that understand and their players understand. Like the Shock is obviously the highest tier example, but when you look at their plays, especially from a team level and stuff, the stuff that they do is just inherent to them. They don't have to think about doing it, and sometimes they meme, super on off tank. But for the most part, when you just look at them, they're making plays that they've practiced a bunch, and they've practiced more than we ever can and will. But they got it down to, they can practice those specific stuff because they know they don't have to think about positioning or anything like that. So I don't expect us to ever get to that level, but for us, our goal should be to just get the basics down to a degree that we can always rely on it. Because one thing that's always got to be kept in mind, Overwatch is a insanely fucking complicated game. It is not a point-and-click adventure, and it is not an FPS where if you shoot, you win. Like, there's a million things going on. and it cannot be stressed enough that there is a million things going on. So being able for us to be able to just rely and know that we're gonna take the little things and do the little things right every time is gonna take us the furthest, to be honest with you, further than any of us can just by carrying and being mechanically better than the other people. So, all right. So last thing, rollouts. Um, Two things brought this to my attention. One, obviously those Legion rollouts that you missed, and then two was obviously all the tracer play going on. We as individuals, because I will not do this for you, but on the characters with low mobility, and actually saw a Sigma as well, do something. Characters with low mobility, we have to, on an individual level, be able to know the rollouts. So, the Lucio going across that on Gardens, being able to get there. Sigma being able to get to the top right window by himself. Zarya rollouts. Tracer rollouts are huge. Tracer has a ton of mobility vertically. I'm sorry, horizontally, but not vertically. So knowing how to manipulate the map to get to, I'm specifically thinking on Hollywood Point 2, getting on top of the jail by jumping onto a barrel, onto a wall, onto the high ground, and blink to the jail. So knowing as individuals, I cannot force you guys to do any of that stuff. But I implore you and I urge you, stuff like that is all of the difference in the world. It makes a huge difference as a tracer to be able to position yourself where you don't have to use any blinks to get somewhere and get engaged in the fight, as opposed to using 1 and 2 and 3 blinks to get in position. You know, as Lucio being able to get from point A to point B in a blink of an eye because you just know a rollout. And I don't expect us to know every single rollout or on every single map, but a couple. We got to start somewhere. We learn a couple of them. Excuse me, and we practice a couple of them, and we really focus on those. And I can't implore you enough how helpful that stuff would be and is. So please, 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 if you do not know where to find them, ask me, ask Vic, just ask someone, and we will help you look for them. I will help you look for them, because stuff like that is just unbelievably good and helpful. Honestly, it's like I bring Brandon up all the time as Tracer, but the dude knew all the rollouts. He put in an obscene amount of time into Tracer, and that's why he was so fucking good at Tracer. And one of the reasons, like, mechanically, Brandon is a good player. Is he a top 500 mechanical? Probably not. But that dude knew all of the rollouts as Tracer. And we should strive to be able to learn all of them, but we got to know at least some of them for every hero that we can play. So, all right, so gang, but do you have any more questions or anything like that, or any stuff you want to talk about?
I just found out that if you hold on L2 and R2 with BAB, you can shoot and heal at the same time. Yeah. So my problem's fixed.
Low key, I just kind of assumed you knew that already.
I didn't.
Okay. Yep. So, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's why. It? Yeah, on King's Row, that's one of the things I said is that when we were mixed up on our timestamps, but then I was saying like, if you position yourself here, you can shoot and heal at the same time. So, yes.
I remember that.
Yeah, so you can shoot and heal at the same time. It does. Now, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure it slows the healing down. But it's not like like, oh my god, it's, you're healing at like half the speed type of thing. I could be wrong, but I know it does. It slows. I'm pretty sure it slows the healing down. So, all right. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, I'm gonna end the stream.